Coming up in eFIXX TV, Ross is back for another Electricians challenge, but we have to frisk him to make sure he has no power tools. The glorious English summer. What better time to film a video about street lighting? Gary helps Jake out with a conduit class.
Pulling me, guys. Do you fancy taking over?
No, don't. Oh. Green ones and white ones are my favourites.
You're all right, sir.
And we take the MK Rapid Fix socket to the back bedroom for a closer investigation. And stay tuned for our top tips on avoiding a crime scene with polished metal accessories.
Good evening and welcome to this fortnightly live stream on a Wednesday night. However, you might be watching up and catch up, and we thank you whenever you're joining us and at whatever time. We'd also like to thank the people that support this in the form of Luden, Wago, and we'd also like to thank eFIXX, and we'd also like to thank one more. Who was it, Gordon?
It was. Hold on, well,
PG Lasico. So yeah, you weren't listening. Yeah, well, I could have brought it in, but I wanted to catch you out nice and early. One-man show and all the rest of it. You looked at the card. Do we know where we're going next? You're not doing any of it. So what he is doing, he's actually preparing for the next bit. Well, we take a register, so we want to know who's on and with us. And we've noticed already there's some keywords going into the comments, which is fantastic, and we'll get to that afterwards. I think first of all, Gordon, it's time for you to take the register, and your phone has collapsed on you, so that's not good. So you can play around with that.
Play that with
I'll bring this back up. Yeah, okay. Well, we just say thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone. Hopefully you're going to like this live stream for us. That's part of the rules when we get to Gary's swap shop. So we want to get in early and bang us a like. Another one, we asked a poll, didn't we, before you started this. Hopefully you've taken part in the poll. Have you used sockets with levers, is that right?
Yes.
Have you used sockets with screws, or have you used both?
Yeah, first time we've done a poll.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see your feedback in. I don't know why we're so concerned with sockets with levers in the last few days, but it seems to be quite high on most people's agenda. Okay, have you got? We've got the register back in.
Back in the register.
Right, I'll
so
have a breather.
We've got some regulars in. Obviously, Richard Brook is already
it's the
in.
Brookie.
If you didn't see, he brought his car on. We had some great time with the old beach buggy. That was fun. Crumpers is back. He hasn't been on for a while. James Kane. Sean the Sparky. Sean Dempsey. Comments on almost every video and a few from
the legend
from the archive.
is. Yep.
Mrs H is on. Please note that Secret Millionaire Craig Gifford is on. Mr Hudson 007 is on. Marcel German is on now. We like Marcel because he always gives us a very detailed answer about the electrical situation in Germany.
He does. Elaborate a little bit more. He's not the one with the sausage fingers, is he?
No. It could be. I don't know if he has sausage fingers.
No,
Verse fingers.
Verse fingers. No,
Verse
somebody
fingers.
came in. No, it wasn't suggesting he had sausage fingers at all.
So
who else is in that?
Nick Ramo's on.
Hey, little Nick. We've used your step today, little Nick.
Greenhawk Construction's on.
Yes.
Mike down there. Rory Ashton. Wall Bouncer. Dan B. There we go. Pegasus Electrical.
Okay, so we got, and this is thanks to Pegasus Electrical's trip, isn't it? That we're drinking this non-alcoholic beverage from Australia. But what's the real reason we're drinking an Australian beverage this evening?
But yeah, we've moved on from Tenerife and the Caribbean. We've been having a conversation this week with an electrician in Australia.
And so it would seem rude, maybe not to. Yeah, we like to do on-site visits. We've got one planned for next week, and I would suggest the gentleman in Australia probably needs a visit.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as we can get out there.
We'd like, yeah. That's it. So Marcel Joe doesn't want to miss out on when history was written in the UK electrical industry. Oh, well.
yeah, that's classic, isn't it? Yeah. How long have we been waiting for this? There's lots of historical moments. Brings us to one of the segments we'll have this evening. There is a historical moment, and it's not necessarily when we have the electricians taken on by Ross, but he will be on tonight, so we can remove hopefully the time that he created with his impact driver that was on here, and you've taken it away now. Where's the impact driver? It was on here. I left it on the table. Okay, you've removed the impact driver. So that's coming up tonight. And also, we've got the Nuzat pen, and it is an absolute gem, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best we've had. So I think tonight, with the race wall, with the Nuzat pen, and a little bit of history going to be set, and we can allow you.
Counts.
Yeah, and yeah, on a few counts. And you'll also be able to take part in your own history making moving forward with another little free giveaway that we've got.
Yeah.
Giveaway. I mentioned giveaway, so that must mean it's time for Gary's swap shop. Okay, let's bring my logo in. Let's bring it in. So Gary's Swap Shop, got my own swap shop over here, Gary's Swap Shop, never been taken off anywhere else. No one else has done a swap shop. This is a new, innovative invention by me. In order to play Gary's Swap Shop, you need to put the word in the actual sentence. It's this word here.
Conduit.
Okay, that's Jake. And we've had some more fun with Jake this week, haven't we?
Yes, we have, yeah.
Jake Hardcastle's been down with us for a few days. He's back in again tomorrow, so that's
some work.
Yeah, some work. Yes.
Gary's had to eat his way through that series.
Yeah, I've eaten my way through most of it, and when you get to that video, that's worth watching as well. So, conduit's the word. So again, as always, you might have rushed and put it in. Okay, it might be that you have to give me your red beach buggy in return for some small tat that I've got to give away for you. But if you want to play along, hit the like button. Put the word conduit in to be in with a chance of winning Gary's Swap Shop this week. And my prize bundle looks like this week. I've got the Eddy Current hat and flask. I've got Eddy Current stickers that are very sought after. Not many of those have gone out. I've got a Lasico head torch. I've got a Luden, little Luden in the background there. And also a right-handed pencil and bag, which I managed to find. So I found some more right-handed pencils. They were next to the left-handed pencils.
Again, we're nearly out of them. We're nearly out of them.
We're nearly out of them, so we'll stop giving those away. So a little bundle, it's the Eddy Current hat and stickers I would suggest are the gems within that. The little thermos flask is obviously very handy as well, but it's the hat. When else can you get your hands on a hat?
On a hat?
Yes, when else? Think, young man, think.
When else can you get a
We'll be standing around for a while, maybe a couple of days.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Oh, you're
Hang on,
not
hang on.
out of the bag, are you?
Well, we're only a couple of weeks out from it.
We are, actually, yes. So we will be.
We're only live stream every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be down at the Electricians show in Coventry. Yeah.
We'll be there?
We will be there for the duration.
For the duration? What does that mean, all day?
Yeah, well, both days.
Is there 2 days?
Yeah, well, it finishes at 4. It's like,
That's like half a day, eFIXX.
Yeah.
So we will be attending the eFIXX show in Coventry, and we will be bringing some of our Eddy Current hats, but not giving them away willy-nilly, are we?
No.
We're going to have a little bit of a conversation with you. We've got to have a feel that maybe you've experienced a live stream, maybe you've watched a video that we might have produced of the 385 or whatever we have produced. And if we think the conversation's going well, we may adorn you with an eFIXX hat. So the Eddy Current one, I think eFIXX on the side, isn't it? So we've had it embroidered on the side.
We've had it, and another logo on the other side will be revealed.
Oh, is there another logo?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a sneaky young man.
Yeah.
You
so
are
if
a
anyone
sneaky
is
young man.
planning to go to Coventry, just put a note in the live chat, and
Yeah,
we'll
see you in the next.
make a mental note to say hello. Some other people say hello to Dan B has asked for a shout out.
Okay, give him a shout out. Give him a shout
That
out.
was like a shout out.
Yeah, we'll look shout out.
Ray C looks a new on Sussex View. We had someone fire alarms. TH Fire and Security. The UK Spark. So there we go.
Back to Gary's Swap Shop. So if you've put the word conduit in, you've hit the like on it, you're in with a chance. But you're going to have to send me something if you pulled out at the end. 2 people pulled out at the end to get the bundle. And we'd like you to send us a conduit fixing or accessory. I'd quite happily take a bush through the post. That'll be fine. A coupler, saddle, M4 screw, conduit box lid. Cutting compound might be a bit messy if you sort of pass
Don't bother with the tallow.
No,
not real
beef
tallow.
dripping.
Yeah.
So yeah, beef dripping. So again, if you're pulled out at the end, all I need is something connected to conduit in some ways. It can be an offcut, it can be anything. You can send me a nipple or a bush. I don't mind either of those.
Yeah, don't like a bush. Brass bush.
I don't mind a plastic bush or a brass bush. Yeah, either bush is fine. Nipples are good. Hard work though, aren't they, nipples? And you have to make. It's all right when you buy a nipple, but when you make a nipple, they can be hard. And we've had Jake making some nipples this week.
I didn't see you making any nipples, but I did see Jake.
I had a lot of work behind the scenes. He did bend a lot of conduit. It was odd because I never got near that conduit bending machine.
The scrap man's delighted.
Yeah, he is absolutely delighted.
Piling up the scrap. Not saying you got it right first time.
And if you are the winner of Gary's Swap Shop, you will need to send that across to Lineside Studios. The link is on the website. It's at Engine Shed Lane in Skipton, Unit 2B. And I'll never get the postcode right.
BD231TB.
BD231TB is our postcode. But you need to leave your address in the packet. And what was quite nice is we get a 50% return. Yeah. So we keep, every time we offer prizes up, we recycle it till the next time. So please feel free to play along with Gary's Swap Shop.
Yeah, okay. We'll announce the winner towards the end.
And why don't we do it early so people can leave the live stream? Yeah. And if you are watching us on catch up, please put the word conduit in because it makes me chuckle every time I see it several days later that people put conduit in. Okay, so we're trying to look in the meter box, but you've got to wait for hand cam, so just calm yourself down. As quick as I've seen you moving along, well, I've got to bring hand cam in. So while you're chatting to the audience, there'll be the camera in front of us, Gordon.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. Well, at the minute I'm doing things now, so let's bring hand cam in.
Someone said no.
This is little Joe, isn't it? Yep, little Joe comes in now.
Yeah,
So let's bring Joe in. Well, you can talk to them. They're still there. You can talk about the GT. We're going to have a GT time. Last time we didn't have a GT.
Special coming up, yeah, for the special Electricians challenge. Stay on for that.
Oh, and again, it's probably not what people think it's going to be. That's what makes it great as well for us, because we know. And just talking about knowing things that other people didn't know. Shall we have a little look in that meter box? Oh, so what's in our meter box? I'll tell you what, we'll find an electrical enclosure in there. Okay, maybe a consumer unit of some sort.
No, less of them. Well, I thought there was less of them until I watched Instagram tonight. Oh.
Socket outlet. We've all seen socket outlets before.
Yeah, we'll have a closer look at that.
Okay.
Just put it on the table.
Okay. And
put it on the back bedroom.
Live feed. What's that all about? Live feed.
Live feed week coming up as well.
Oh, when do we launch that, Gordon?
Tomorrow. So.
Okay, so we've got a choice now, haven't we? Whether we start with the...
We'll start with the socket, so we do have...
Okay, fine. Okay, we'll have a look at that.
Harry's mic's glitchy. Thanks for that. A bit late, gone quiet every now and again.
Okay. So
we didn't have it pulled.
I did have it in. Okay, so it's fine. Thank you for that. How can I be quiet? No, it was in. It was in. Trust me, it was in. Right. Okay.
Gary's still quiet.
Can you just check that for us? Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, before we get thundering through. So we put this socket down here on this green mat that I've been using before. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to have a look at it.
I don't know. You do a bit of arts and crafts sometimes.
Well, yeah. I think you've took my wallpaper thing away. I left in there as well. You keep moving all these subtle things. I tied it up. You moved the impact drive. You moved your wallpaper. So we've got a socket down here that's been mixed reviews, I would suggest. We hadn't clapped our eyes on it until 3 months ago, had we?
No, that was a confession, yeah. People said, oh, look, there's a new socket up there. We've got loads of messages. Someone leaked it on Facebook, I saw it first.
I'm sorry.
Saying it was, it wasn't us. It absolutely wasn't us. We were tied to the floor on that. But yeah, so we first had that in June.
We did.
And yeah, so we've done a full review on what were the prototype ones, actually. So.
Yeah, and it was great. And we did lots of things to it. We didn't just have this and just do the review that's gone out. We've got several more videos to come out on it, and we also put it through its paces, didn't we? We had 10 tame electricians in, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah. So the number you might see if you go down to Screwfix on how much faster it is to fit was based on the trials that we did here. We had you probably saw the one we put out with Ross earlier in the week. He was the fastest. Yeah, he was. But it's that it wasn't. The comparison wasn't how fast you can be, it was the comparison how faster it was than screws. Mm-hmm. So in each of the cases 10 people took it on, it was considerably quicker to install it using a lever. And I'm sure we're all familiar with using levers when we've used a Wago connector, and even light fittings, aren't they? They've now got a push or a lever style connector within them. EV chargers have got them in there, haven't they, as well? So and if you were having a look, shall we? Shall we have a look? Let's bring it in. Let's bring this one back in. Yeah. So where is it? Where is it? It's little jelly babies. Might have one of them. So here it is. Yeah. So if anyone hasn't seen one, I mean they're all over. Our video's done incredibly well on that. Dead easy. Yes, it's the Wago type terminals you'll know and love. And we'll see what people think of them. Get them out there. See when people do some real installs. There's people saying, oh, you can't get in a 25mm box. You didn't struggle with that, did you? I did 2 videos on it. I didn't struggle with it. So what I'd like to say is to people is that a lot of the things that are out there online, if you know me, I've already done. So all the things you see, I won't name them. We all know what I'm talking about. If you give me a product, I'll do what I need to do with it, won't I? Mm. Yeah, and we did. We put it in a 25mm box. We were exactly the same. We looked at it and we thought that might be incredibly tight, didn't we? It went in no problem. I did 2. And I brought the cables in from the bottom and I brought the cables in from the top. And in both cases, it wasn't an issue. So, it's sometimes sensational to do things, isn't it? Yeah. And it gets great views on Instagram, and I'm sure we will be probably guilty of doing it in the future, won't we, ourselves? But so that was that. So again, thoughts below. We'd love your comments on them. We don't mind whether you love them or hate them. It makes no difference to us at all. We just gave our personal opinion on it, but we also dove into BS
1363, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we knew, didn't we, previously they'd changed the standards, hadn't they?
Yeah, so MK were first to market, and everyone said, "Oh, when they do a British standard, there's normally quite a bunch of people around the table from all the manufacturers out there, so they kind of get it before it's published.
Yeah.
They'll be in the consultation, they'll throw in their suggestions about what it has to do,
Yeah.
and then the standard is produced. And in the video, we go into what is in the standard.
Yeah. Key things, isn't it? It's got to go up to 4 mil.
Yeah.
It's got to take solid, which we're comfortable with at 2.5. It's got to take stranded, which is the 4 mil.
Yeah.
But it's also got to take fine stranded, hasn't it? Which is that class 5 conductors?
Yeah, and simultaneously.
Yep. At the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So yeah, we've gone through all of that and we take our forensic dive into it. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you haven't checked it out, it's worth checking it out. And it led into some other stuff, didn't it? That base range stuff as well, didn't it, from MK?
Yeah, I mean, just a few things on there. That standard was released in 2018.
Yeah.
So bear in mind, it probably took 2 years to get there. So the manufacturers probably knew in 2016. It's taken a long time.
One quick out the blocks, were they?
No, so everyone's like, who's next?
Yeah.
We don't know. People in a few comments.
We wouldn't tell them if we did, would we? You've just said that we've known for ages. You've just told them we don't know who's next.
No, we don't.
They don't trust us, though, because we did
No,
tell
no,
them.
no, okay.
Yeah, so he knows.
There are others working on it. Well, they're
Oh, is there?
reliably informed.
Okay.
There are other variants of this coming, so yes, we believe obviously it'll roll out through the other things with double sockets in them, so the waterproof range and single socket fuse spur, and that's as far as we know at the moment.
Okay, so let's take one of the. We'll talk about one of the things. De-skilling. Okay, go on. Tell us your quote. We read it on Instagram tonight. It was brilliant. What was that quote? Or similar quote?
It was the screwdrivers. That's the
Yeah. As the person who can't lift the lever not got the ability to turn a screw round, or words to that effect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had us chuckling. It was like, yeah, you can see that. If somebody's going to attempt something, I'm not sure they're going to sort of balance their own skill set before they start.
Yeah.
And again, if you took off a twin socket outlet and the cables were doubled over, can you shove them in the back of that one?
No, you've got to do a bit. It's probably more difficult to take an existing socket off,
Yeah.
readjust your wires.
Yes.
They might not be the right length.
It might be doubled over.
Straighten them out, probably doubled over, probably twisted. Gary, it depends if it's the second time around for Dave and his sockets. He might have twisted
And they're
them.
really short.
They're probably really short and twisted together.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
And it's, as I say, we've got a DIY book from 1949.
Yep, and in there
shows people how to change
your
the
socket, yeah.
and add a new one,
Wow.
and
Okay.
how to earth your wireless aerial as well. So
Oh, right, okay. We would love it that only people that are qualified electricians, and that's a different story, we're not going there, we've already been there, we're doing these type of jobs, but we understand that electricians probably sometimes paint walls, don't they? Sometimes hang wallpaper, sometimes fit skirting board, sometimes do other skill sets, don't we?
a bit of plumbing.
Bit of plumbing, yeah, well that's easy. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is one of them. But again, it was great that at least somebody's innovating in our industry. We don't think there's enough innovation in some of our products, especially consumer units and things like that, do we? We think there is other opportunities to be more.
There's loads of it. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at, there's a lot of,
Friends on the continent?
well, I was going to say badly designed products out there, but you look at some of the things we live with. You remember before the Wago came along, remember those brown junction boxes that everyone used to fit for the lighting circuit?
Lovely.
With a brass pillar in the middle. You put all the conductors underneath and then turn that screw down as hard as possible.
But I reckon you couldn't pull those conductors out. And if you go away and have a play with your Wago, I reckon if you pull really hard, you get them out.
Yeah, if you swing from the lights downstairs on it. Yeah.
So we rebelled against that, didn't we? I want them brown joint boxes back.
Yeah.
The Wago box and the 221s is past its sell-by date for me.
Yeah.
So so innovation. Yeah, let's look in our industry, innovate. Yeah, so there's plenty of room to get out there good products. And we saw that light thing, didn't we, the other day at 40 and 1.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean there's all. Yeah, it's funny. It's on one end you've got. If you look at downlights, there's always innovation.
Yeah.
You've got the other end of the scale. We look in the meter box. We've got some more stuff coming out on what's going on in there soon. We've found some innovations that.
Yeah, are the innovations.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at them, won't we?
Yeah,
So,
we'll see. But there's lots going on.
Okay, so that was one of the things we brought out, but we also brought this composite, not plastic, composite, because plastic's not good for the environment, board. So what does that suggest to us then?
eFIXX live feed start. So we have produced a special set of videos that start tomorrow with a tool review.
We've got a few more to go.
We've still got some to go. Still working on some, but we'll start with some great tool reviews.
Yes.
As ever, if you join in, ask questions, ask good questions, make us laugh. We have got some great prizes to give away.
See some great prizes. So what we need to do, and again, it's released to this community that watch us live on a Wednesday every 2 weeks, is that we want your interaction. Go over and do a CPD. Remember, we've got those continued professional development at eFIXX.co.uk. We'll pull people out of there that have done it since we start the live feed. We'll also, anyone leaves a great comment. It can be not necessarily a positive comment. It might be one that spikes a debate that people join in on, and we think, well, that was a great comment. We hadn't thought of that, and that can be good, okay, as well as fantastic comments. Maybe you fitted the product before you give us a top tip. We will be picking people out to win something from these bundles. There is 2 pictures to look at. Here's the first one. Oh, bit of Nipex in there.
Yeah, that's Precky strip.
Yeah, my daughter showed how fantastic that was with one hand, so imagine if you've got both of them, how great that is.
What's that one on the...
The Cobra.
Yeah.
That's a collector's item, I would suggest.
Next to the Cobra, Gary.
Yeah, Nick. Oh, they're little Nick, aren't they? Little Nick's Cobras.
No, next to the Cobra. What's
Nick,
that on?
It looks like some sort of ratchet cruppeting tool.
Oh yeah, that's a nice bit of kit for anyone who does chunky armoured cables.
Yeah, steel armoured cables, that's good. Got some Lasico head torches, which we still haven't reviewed, on which we think is fantastic. And anyone who's had one off us also agrees with us, which is good. And it looks like an L-box down there in the middle.
An L-box is packed full of Wago terminals.
Okay, so we move over.
We'll move on, and we've got even more now. Yes, we've got some more head torches, some more Wagos, some Echo dots.
Yes, we've gone for smart technology in there, so we've got a bit of smart tech.
And there's a Weehart lift-up screwdriver, which has got the slim vario bits in.
Which we love, the slim vario bits. They fit in all their drivers.
And there's a great torch from Weehart, actually. So
yeah, it's also got a magnet on it.
Magnetic base. It's got a UV LED in it as well, if you want to do your forensic work.
Okay. So I think we're going to UVC later on as well, aren't we? So,
so
perhaps it's a tanning lamp as well. So when you're not, obviously, well, Secret Millionaire would love that, wouldn't he? So not only is he lighting up the area, but maybe you can have a bit of tanning going on at the same time. Okay, anything on the comments? You want to pick the comments up for me?
No, everyone likes that. Head torches always goes down well. There's lots of people on LEDs in terms of colour rendering. Oh yeah, we could go there.
That's a good subject. That is.
Yeah, it's a great subject.
Have we had any more mic issues off me?
RF drops out on Gary's mic. I don't know. Still your mic.
Is it?
He's going to adjust. He gets paranoid about the sound now.
Yeah, I know. Probably, really? I have no idea. It's all in for me. So keep going. Keep playing.
It's not the mic. It's the bell pack and receiver. Where's your?
It's the what?
It's all right. We'll keep going.
You keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe will come to us if there's a problem.
That's right. Keep us informed, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, does it?
It's all fine.
Oh, right, okay, I've just changed it to that one. Let me know if that gives us a bar.
So while we're on the subject of CPDs, you touched on CPD, so we did release a new CPD last week, was the one from Schneider Electric on the circuit protection, and we said the first person to get it right after 9 o'clock when we finished would win a prize.
Okay.
And that prize
goes to
Aidan Dunbar, who's...
Hang on. He's an actor.
No, I think they've... who do you think an actor?
Hey, actor, Dunbar. He's in that AC-12, isn't he?
Oh, what? Yeah. That's at Hastings.
He is Hastings, yeah.
Yeah, close. Aidan Dunbar. He's Adrian Dunbar. So.
Oh, sorry. That was close, wasn't it? Oh, right. I thought we were going to have a bit of that.
Yeah.
And that links probably nicely into those...
yeah, we've had a
polished,
leak. Not only did we have a leak on a screwless socket.
Yeah.
There was also, we know the next series of...
is that season 7?
Yeah, season 7 of Line of Duty. We actually know how H gets captured, don't we?
So you think the H they got this time wasn't the H?
No, it's not the real H.
Can you remind me of the bloke they caught?
I can't remember the bloke caught. It's one of them things.
Burrows, something like that.
In it?
Bumbles, put it in the comments.
Oh no, was it? Yeah, the Birmingham guy.
Yeah. It was in the.
He wasn't it.
Well, that's what they said at the end of season 6.
No, it'll be someone
what was
else,
his name? Leave it in the comments because I'm not good with names.
Burrows or
something like, no, it ain't. Okay, hopefully my mic's all right. So We're going to go to the news at Penn now. So, and this is a classic, isn't it? This is a good news at Penn. So make sure you stay tuned for this. If you can leave during that time, please, the name of the guy that was allegedly H, because we've had breaking news here from Gordon Routledge that it wasn't H. Okay, so we'll see in season 7 if they ever make it. Let's bring in the news at Penn.
Government report condemns majority of EV installs. Electrician invents a tool so awesome, you'll ask why no one's done it before. £5,000 worth of cable stolen from substation. CPD for consumer units launched on eFIXX.co.uk. Outcry as historic electrical boxes removed from Glasgow. This is the eFIXX News at Penn. Good evening. Electricians registered with the Office for Zero Emission Vehicles recently received a letter and a report suggesting that EV charge point installs were not going well. An independent report into the installation stated that only 17.3% were fully satisfactory, with 2% being outrightly dangerous. Just wait till they decide to do an independent report into hot tub installations. While many of the installations had issues with existing distribution equipment and the previous installation, approximately 2 out of 3 installations were found to have issues with the new charge point, and nearly half had issues with the new cabling. While this report raises many serious issues and concerns, it should be noted that the number of fully satisfactory installations is up by 7.5% on the 2019 audit. So at the current rate, all new EV charge point installs should be achieving 100% satisfactory by the year 2045. Yes, 2045. We'll probably have people living on Mars by that point. I bet Elon Musk's EV charger was put in properly. Our second news item relates to the launch of a new tool from ARMEG. Electrician John Mijalski, I really hope I pronounced that right, John, was tired of the endless struggle when installing roofing bolts to fix tray in place. Having snapped the corner off yet another flathead screwdriver, this ingenious electrician decided enough was enough and set out to create a better mousetrap. This is a reference to the famous saying, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door, which is often misattributed to American essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson. Don't tell me we're nothing if not educational. The result was the impact-rated roofing bolt driver, a driver bit specifically designed for use with roofing bolts, including a magnetic holder in the centre that holds the roofing bolt in place prior to and during installation. Mr. Mijalski worked in partnership with ARMEG to get the tool onto shelves and into the hands of no doubt grateful electricians. Seriously, it's genius. How did no one think of this sooner? In Crim News, around £7,500 worth of copper cabling was removed from a substation in Deeside, Wales. It's thought that the thieves cut through a metal fence to access the site between 6 p.m. on the 11th of August and 7 a.m. on the 12th of August. They're made off with 8 small drums weighing approximately 2 tonnes and worth in the region of £9,000. Observant viewers will notice the value of the cable has increased every time we mention it. That's because we're tracking the price of copper live and updating the value to reflect the current market price. What's that, Gregory? Oh, it's worth 9,500, 9,006. No. Okay, Gregory, let's just call it 10,000 and leave it at that, yeah? The cable was worth £10,000. Our next story relates to the incredible and selfless work that eFIXX are doing in order to provide high-quality, accredited, continuing professional development to the electrical industry by producing a series of free accredited CPD modules on the know-how section of our website, eFIXX.co.uk. The latest release has been made in association with Schneider and helps you understand some absolutely vital details on how to make sure your consumer unit installs comply with BS 7671. The learning packages can be carried out at any time, and upon successful completion you will be automatically issued with a certificate, and an hour of CPD can be entered into your log. Those among us perhaps of a certain age will remember the red record of achievement folders that we were given in school there. If you've hung on to yours, it's an opportunity to finally pop something in there. And finally, there's outrage in Glasgow as historic cast iron electrical boxes are being removed and replaced with what have been referred to by the Dennistown Conservation Society as cheap, flimsy, nondescript, thin metal replacements. Although in fairness, that is an improvement on the cheap, flimsy, nondescript, thin fiberglass replacements that most of the UK has to put up with. The Society has even suggested that the ones being removed could be repurposed in other ways, with Glasgow City Heritage Trust going so far as to point out that they could be used in similar ways to old police boxes, which now serve as cafes and the like. Although it must be said an old electrical box is going to make for a seriously pokey cafe. Local politician Paul Sweeney MSP has weighed in and contacted Scottish Power regarding the issue, who have acknowledged that they understand the importance of local heritage and are happy to explore alternative options for undertaking these necessary works. So, There you go. If you don't want to replace your old Bakelite fuse board, just get it classified as a site of cultural significance and it'll never get taken out. Although, if it did get removed, it could be repurposed as a cafe, I suppose. I've been Joe Robinson, and this has been the News at Penn. Good night.
Brilliant, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Okay, he gets better and better and better. I mean, we wait, don't we, for it to come through and drop, and then we all gather around to obviously see that footage. And we only saw that a few hours ago as well. Yeah. So again, as always, we thank Joe Robinson, but we won't be thanking him all evening, will we?
No. Well, we will. He's given us a gift. But yeah, if you're an EV installer, it'd be good to know your thoughts as well on that audit report that went out.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're an EV installer, there's 1 in 5 of them clearly.
Average.
Not quite there. We looked at one just that popped up on Instagram beforehand, and we don't think they can wire a pen fault detection device quite correctly from what we saw.
But also, I think they kept the enclosure nice and dry because they installed it within the meter cover, didn't they? And it took up about 4 ways, didn't it? So
that was 8 modules. 8
modules.
Yeah,
it was a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll perhaps go into that when we go into what we call the plug and socket at the end, when me and Gordon effectively come off mic, and there's been some mic issues tonight, and I apologise for that. But once we sit back and relax, and we'll just talk through the comments. If anyone wants to stay on for that, we'll greatly appreciate that as well. Well, just recently we went down to Guildford, and we went down to Philips headquarters, which was a beautiful place, but they were managing these difficult times, I would suggest, weren't they?
It was the first time we ever got to film inside a toilet, which was caused some amusement at home. Yeah, 3 gentlemen walk into a toilet to do some filming.
Okay, yeah. No comments below needed. So when we were down there, we saw obviously how they'd changed their working environment to make us safe in these difficult times. And we believe these difficult times probably aren't going to go away. So we're going to need to manage them as we move forward. That moves us nicely on to the Zing, which is a name I like, from Osram, which is more personal, isn't it, when you're thinking about these difficult times?
Yeah, so these are personal air disinfection units. Well, a combination actually. So it's got in UV light. So let's have a
just remind the people that maybe haven't seen the one yet that we did at Philips. What UV light or UVC
light?
light's going to do?
UVC light will kill most of the nasties out there in the world of a biological and viral nature. So it's quite a good market if you're dealing with people who have offices, people who deal with lots of people. It is, it's an interesting market to get into.
So what we're saying is the E. coli's of this world and things like it's the 99.9 or 99.98 of these nasties, and then we include the nasty that's currently lingering around. Yeah.
But obviously, hopefully, we'll return back to normal life soon, and it'll just be flu. So when the kids go back to school, they'll bring home all the flu bugs. But
okay. So we've got 2 here. Should we start with the little one? I like the little mini one. I like a mini thing. So let's bring this one in so we can have a look at the mini. Yeah. Okay.
So this clips on your car air vent.
Okay, just show me that. So it can be clipped on the car air vent. Does it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. And it needs to be powered, doesn't it? So you're plugging it in.
USB. So it's USB on that end. We've got it in USB here, but most modern cars, Gary, have a USB port in there.
Yep. So it's USB-C this end.
Yep.
Yeah. And the USB port here.
USB-B
so you don't need an adapter to go into your voltage adapter within your car, which is called a cigarette lighter, no?
Smoker's pack, I think they call it now, and charge you a bit extra for it.
Okay. Is it on? Because it's
it's on. It's nice and quiet.
Oh, yeah, you can just hear it. Yeah.
And this has got some UVC LEDs inside. If I just unplug it, switch it off. See in the back, there's a little filter in the back. So this filter gets rid of more nasties as well. There's some little UV LEDs in there.
Okay, so that's a personal device, isn't it? It also does odours, doesn't it?
For your car, yeah, apparently. And we've yet to test this, but obviously we've been to our favourite restaurant tonight. So tomorrow morning is the time when we can test this. It's supposed to work pretty well on 90% of smells.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm sure I can produce 1 or 2 that it doesn't work with. So what we're thinking there is, so that's going to do the area in which you're in.
Yep.
So you might be, let's think, so if we've gone from offices with Philips, we're looking at maybe driving instructors.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a taxi driver and you want to just have that little bit more of obviously protection against yourself. You're probably following all the rules, you're probably wearing the requirements that you believe are necessary. But this in your local area, airborne, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's going to come in and out, it's going to go over those UVC lamps or UVC lights, and it's going to kill those bugs.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever, isn't it? This one looks
So
huge.
step up on this one.
For a stadium, is it? So this is when you.
So this is one. This is probably ideal for us, Gary. Where you've got two people and you don't want to have a bit of plastic between them.
Okay, Compact Pro.
Compact Pro, yeah. So this is similar price, but this is battery power. Charges off USB.
Okay, so let's have a closer look then. So that's got a USB-C connection there, USB-A on the other end.
Yeah. And down at the bottom end, there's another one there.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you charge it from.
No.
Okay, what's the thinking behind that, and why have I got two positions then?
So you can put that in your cup holder in your car.
Ah, right, that makes sense. So if it's in the cup holder, I can't use the lower down when I can charge it from the top.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can hear this one, so it's slightly more
two
louder.
fan settings on there.
So it's more powerful,
Yeah,
I would
it'll run
suggest.
for an hour, then switch off.
Okay, and the area in which it can, what's the word we're looking
about
for?
a metre around it.
Okay, so a metre around it.
So interesting, Osram suggests you take this to the cinema with you.
Okay, and that's looking for purification, is it, around that area?
Yeah, it's just, and it's also got a HEPA filter in there as well, so it will get rid of pollen and dust.
So if you've got maybe, your hay fever,
That's me.
So
I'll have that one.
So what we're thinking here, so if we were working in close proximity and we had that in here and we were working here, this would be doing the 1 metre area around us and maybe increasing our protection.
Yeah.
UVC will kill those nasties.
Yeah, so it might be good if someone's working in a customer's home and they're a bit still a bit sensitive to what's going on. Yeah, you could be working on your consumer unit, plonk that down behind you.
Yeah, and part of your risk assessment, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you say that, to added, that's really good. And again, you've got the option, because if it's in the car, taxi drivers, all the rest of it. But think about when we go into those, fast food outlets where we may be on a Friday evening, removing something in a carrier bag or a paper bag. We see a lot of Perspex, don't we? Yeah. And is your opinion that Perspex looking as fresh as it did when it went in?
No, it's looking a little bit grubby now, isn't it? A few scratch marks on there. You can almost see what's going on behind there.
Yeah,
So,
our masks are meant to be disposable. That Perspex looks like it's there for life. Surely this is the next step, isn't it?
yeah.
One of these on the counter. You're that side, on this side. That's got the 1 metre. I think that's a clever little solution.
Yeah, it's good to see people are still thinking of it.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
And UVC itself is an innovation, but I think repurposing it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's another company we've seen one that goes on escalator handrails, that does the escalator handrail for surfaces that we looked at in that other video we made as well.
So as it's gone underneath, it's passing across a UVC light and coming back again.
Yeah.
Think how many times you touch those, yeah? Clever stuff. Again, as always, we're interested in what you think, so leave it in the comments, okay? And we don't mind which way you go, but it's just something, again, a product we came across that we thought you might benefit from seeing. It's not your usual stuff,
No, a
is
little
it?
bit different scale down what we did down at that installation.
Talking, what's this little T-Rexy looking thing here then? What's this?
Well, you've got to use that. I brought that out of the old tool archive.
Cool, and you've got a lot of old tools. I think you could have
Jake was struggling this week trying to drill behind some woodwork.
Can you please correct that? Jake was struggling. I
Yeah,
was
you
watching
were
him
watching him.
struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a handy. Interesting if anyone's got one of these themselves. So take your battery drill and obviously convert it so it's right angle so you can get.
Sorry, you put your bracing bit this end, do you?
Yeah, put your bracing bit on there. And it's an adapter for your drill to turn it 90 degrees.
It actually got us out a little bit of a sticky jam this week, didn't it?
Well, I've had it, as I say, I've had this for a while.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really? You've been around for a while, so yeah.
I think the bearings have gone in it, but
yeah, no worries. Perhaps it's your elbow. You can.
if you've got one of them, let us know what you think. We think it's if you want us to do a little review of it, we can do. Can't we?
Yeah, we can. So again, anything on the table you want to talk about, it's great. Obviously, we can take things into the plug and socket later on, but we're going to go back to Joe. We're going to double Joe tonight.
We are.
Most people have been double jabbed, but tonight you're going to be double Joed, which is similar. Now, this was a good moment for some of the team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
A team of 4. How many of the members of the team enjoyed the next moment?
3.
3 members of the team. Would you suggest that Joseph was one of the 3?
We'll see what he thinks in the comments at the end of it.
So, Joe, we expect you to comment as well. We're going over to something that's quite special. Let me find it and let me pull it in. Here at the eFIXX Historical Society, we like to celebrate momentous occasions, and we're on a spot from one of those occasions, aren't we?
We are, Gary. A few weeks ago, our dear colleague, Mr. Joseph Robinson, admitted he was wrong.
That's Joseph Robinson from the News at Pen and Regulation Corner. On this spot, said he got something wrong.
Which means we have to celebrate that We have to put a permanent marker in history and time and location to celebrate that fact, so others who arrive in the area can also experience the aura that now surrounds this place. So it's time to unveil an eFIXX Historical Society blue plaque.
Okay, before we do so, let's unpack where the great Joe went wrong.
Okay, Gary, so we have to depart from our regular BS 7671 and head over to the Snags and Solutions books. And we debated around the table when we had this momentous meeting about the use of flexible cables as in a fixed installation.
Okay.
So let's just go on that snag. Flexible cables were not once permitted to be used as fixed wiring within electrical installations unless they were contained in an enclosure affording protection against mechanical damage. Yeah, so let's just trace that moment in history back. However, the position changed when the 16th edition of the wiring regulations was published in the early 1990s.
Wow. So Joe's had this wrong for a long time, would you suggest?
So he's been working in his kitchen. He could have wired that in flex.
He could have done, and it may have been an easier solution. And we know at eFIXX how we like things that make electricians' life easier. Apparently Joe doesn't. So when anyone comes to the studios at this point here, we'll be able to bask in the moment when Joe admitted he was wrong. Shall we unveil the plaque?
Let's unveil it. Are we ready?
5th of July, 2021, Joseph Robinson, and it says here, admitted he was wrong. Okay, Joe. Okay, yeah, hopefully he's a continued colleague of ours. Okay, we're not a team of 3 from now on. That would be tragic, I would suggest. But yes, there is a little hallowed turf, I would suggest. There you go, young man. Thank you very much. We're
I'm trying to give it up.
Yeah, it's only Foster's, so it doesn't count. It's like one of your 5 a day, isn't it? So yeah, so hopefully he's still a good friend of mine. But yes, we have now got a small piece of concrete, haven't we, where that moment occurred here at the Lineside Studios. But it doesn't mean that that's the only sticker. We have got quite a few of these stickers, and we're going to give out a couple if you plead through an email to us. Can you give us the email address,
Just
Gordon?
send it to admin@efix.co.uk. Yeah, we've always got colleagues, haven't we, who just, you just suddenly surprise them, or sometimes you drag them kicking and screaming to admit they were possibly wrong. I've even got the prototype behind me of this plaque. I think it was the 23rd of June 2021. Can't even remember what I was wrong about now, but...
Endless list. Just insert moment.
I'd get one every week, but yeah, Joe was good sport on that. We
Yeah,
had
it was
some
good
good
sport.
fun and gave us a chance to test out these stickers. So we have had them made. The good thing is, if you've got a Brother label printer, you can print the date and the person's name.
But I think for a couple, so if you want to send us an email to eFIXX admin and with a small reason, small reason why that person deserves one, and your name and address and that, we'll pick a couple of them out. We'll even print the name of the person for you, and if you're lucky enough, we'll post them back.
Yeah.
However, in the future, we will tell you how you can get your hands on your own to print your own labels for them, won't we, Gordon?
Yes.
So this is something we're going to roll out in a different way. We've already given one. Jake took one today, didn't he? He let his colleagues know, didn't he?
Yes, he
so,
did.
So he's an electrical tutor, and he let the colleagues know in the college group chat that there is somebody at work that deserves one of these. Was that person in the group chat though? No. He was ostracised from the group chat, wasn't he? So he wasn't allowed to be in there. So he will be receiving a blue pack. I think when he goes back to work after the summer recess, it will be probably directly behind his chair. The gentleman made one error, and obviously now he's going to be rewarded with that sticker.
Yeah.
Anything in the chats while you're looking over there? You got anything to grab?
No. So but to say, if anyone has it, just drop a message through with would like to know the reasoning behind it. We can give a shout out to someone. In good spirit. Obviously, we may contact the person who's at the receiving end first.
Yeah, it's not at all for over egging us. We got permission from Joe first, loosely, didn't we?
Yeah, well, it was here when we commissioned the plaque.
Yeah. So again, it's not another tool to give somebody a bit of a whooping over. But we also want your GT time. So come on, Gordon, you've got to do your pledge for times now.
Coming up soon. Yeah, if anyone is new to us tonight, soon we have Ross Sands back doing the Electricians Challenge, because anyone who doesn't know the history of this...
242 he did it in?
Yeah.
242, that's my guess.
At the moment he's at 242, that was his previous time.
Oh right, that's impact driver.
But he used an impact driver, which said, that was uproar.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, some people wire consumer units using an impact driver.
You would have thought we'd have staged that for reaction, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So we always knew that time wasn't going to stand, and it obviously had the effect that we wanted to have on it. It almost sent Craig Gifford off the deep end, I would suggest, and he wasn't far followed along by Richard Brooke, who obviously outraged. That was the reason behind that. So we don't condone that sort of behaviour. So we invited Ross back. Now, yeah, your time should be flooding in. Is there a prize, Gordon?
We haven't told the time yet. Yeah, so
no,
we
haven't told the time yet because he hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, prize. Well, that's the isolation kit's gone because that was the CVT. We've got another Lasico light. It is magnetic. That's quite strong actually. That as well. How it sticks to nearly took the cable tray off there. So we've got another Lasico magnetic light that sticks incredibly well to cable tray. All you have to do, there's times coming in already, is guess the time that Ross did the Electricians Challenge in without using an impact driver. You may have seen at the start of the show, we had to frisk him on the way in just to make sure he didn't have any contraband or smuggling in tools that the community may object to. So,
and again, a little bit on the back of them, not that something we'd even discussed about this. What's Ross like as a bloke?
Oh, it's a lovely bloke, yeah.
What's Jake like as a bloke?
Jake? Oh yeah, it's all great blokes, yeah.
Do we celebrate how nice some of the people are in our industry, or do we use social media, especially Twitter, maybe to do the opposite sometimes?
Have you had a hammering on Twitter?
I've had a hammering on Twitter, a couple of weeks ago. I nearly pulled off. Yeah, but it's that. There is some genuinely nice people out there trying their hardest and all the rest of it, and they're trying to do their best. I know we mentioned that person also with that incorrect TV install, but it was completely incorrect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't safe, was it? So
I have to say, everyone who's done that challenge have been fantastic.
Yeah.
They kind of come in a bit nervous, but we'll leave pretty good friends by the time we're done. So
a fly issue here.
Yeah. So there's lots of
1 minute 10.
Yeah. We've got midfield generals in.
Hey!
So he's another. He needs to come and try that as well.
He does need to come and try that down. We want him down here. Yeah. And again, he's got his own little YouTube channel over there. Does lots of tool reviews, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wheels Electrical. Yeah, check it. It's the Electricians. He's changed his name, so I've forgotten it now. Electricians.
Electrician TV.
Electrician TV. If you want to go over and check out Wheels Electrical.
Not quite yet, but you still got a bit of time to get your time in. So what we want to know is Ross last did the Electricians Challenge with an impact driver in 2 minutes 42. The next person behind him is Jake Hardcastle at 3 minutes 11.
The Conduit King.
The Conduit King.
Look out! How many videos has he made on Conduit?
How many have we got now? 14.
14 videos, Jake. I've done most of the work in them video series. I must admit.
Yeah. So we'll. What time do you think Ross will do it in without impact driver?
So hang on, let me get because obviously I've got to find out a time as well, so I won't know. So with 3:11 was the fastest tooled time.
Yep.
2:42 had all impact drivers in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a realistic time. Let's look at a realistic. What's Craig Gifford?
3:30. Yeah. Eddie at 3:43.
He used a torque screwdriver. Richard Brooke.
Antique tools.
He used the dinosaur. Best bit. Yeah. So that's probably. And then Steve. Was Steve the footballer?
Steve Parsons. No, that's Eddie's friend who does all the work.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Yeah, million viewed hands. Yeah, great man. Yeah. Sorry, Steve. Yeah. So that's. Anything 436 region I'd be going for.
We've got lots. There's not many people over. No, everyone's under at the minute.
Are they?
So it's a case of, I think Gary, we're just going to have to cut to it. And
you want to see how you got on? I want to hold on for as long as I can. Okay. Have we been monitoring the times, young man?
Yeah, we're all.
Here we go. So me, we're going in. All right, how you doing?
Good to see you, mate. Oh, you can't take the impact driver. No, not the screwdriver. Not the electric screwdriver.
Yeah, you're good to go.
It's time for another Electricians Challenge, and this week's guest caused controversy last time I was here through the use of an impact driver, and that caused outrage in the eFIXX community. So much so, we've had to ask him back. So it's my pleasure to welcome back Ross Sands from RS Electrics. So Ross, you're back.
How you, Gordon?
Yeah,
Yep.
you introduced us to the world of using impact drivers on consumer units, which Ross doesn't do in his day job, we're assured. So you had to come back for another challenge.
I have gone, yeah. I thought I'd upset a few people the last time I did it, and I thought I'd best prove to them that I was still the fastest, or maybe the fastest, without the use of an impact driver.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we get on. But since we've met Ross last time, we've done some videos together, haven't we?
We have, Gordon, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fully enjoyed them, and they're all out there for people to see. And
yeah. And you followed up that now. I'll check out, because Ross is in our EV series. In the background, we sort of showed him the ropes.
You did.
And you're now doing your own EV installs.
Yeah. I'm approved with My Energy, so we're putting their charges in, and Osram approved now, so we can get the grant money back for people. And yeah, first one was this last week. Was the first one going in, so hopefully a few more to do.
Nice and easy, was it?
Yeah, as I go, yeah, it was a lot easier than the one we did, so
Yeah,
quite a relief. But I'm sure they're not all as easy as that, but we will see.
Depends. If you look on Instagram, they are. Yeah. So Ross, let's have a look at how you got on with the Electricians Challenge.
Well, seeing Ross there with you, I can confirm he's trimmed off half a stone in weight. Didn't have a look as if he had much to lose, did he?
Wow, he's certainly been practicing, but look at the speed that screwdriver's going. He's in with another screwdriver. They're moving so fast, can't even tell he made them.
Okay, so socket fronts off. He's going to go about this a different way, isn't he? Obviously, straight away, there'll be no impact driver, but it's interesting to see how he tackles this. This might be a formula worth thinking about if you ever go yourself. So
If you were watching close, he's already undone the terminals in the consumer unit.
As well as the fly lead one there when he took the front off. So there's no wastage here, is there? So fly lead goes in before then obviously we start wiring. So screws are out, backed out, bang, fly leads in. Good start, I would suggest.
Yep, so now here's the bit where people can lose a lot of time. If you don't get the cable through that conduit, but Ross has got his way of doing it, he doesn't bother twisting those ends together. It's out with the tape. And it's a quick flick around with the tape. You can't even see it moving. Then warm up that cable.
And this is the trick, isn't it?
Yeah,
couple
warm and straight.
Yeah, it might have taken 3 strikes there, but watch this. This is phenomenal. Whoosh, round the Seco bend in a flash.
Yeah, just get round Sparky Luden and into the top of the board.
Yeah.
I think he's wasted a bit of time there.
He's left something on the table, I would suggest there. Yeah. Now, looking at those legs, that reminds me of the great Don Estelle.
Oh, showing your age there, Gary.
Yeah, kick the door open, it ain't half hot in here, mate. So we're into the board, 3 connections only to make. We know the screws are already backed out, so we're in a good position. Yep, and in goes the next one.
So is he going to challenge Jake at the top of the leaderboard, Gary?
What, the conduit king?
Well, Ross is already there, but we're saying we have banned the impact driver, so this is his second chance because of that. This does look like a fast time.
And I would say doing it with the impact driver wasn't any advantage really, was it? As in, he hasn't learnt too much from that because he's having to screw everyone by hand this time.
Severe disadvantage to us because we had to get a lot of new breakers.
Yeah, and sockets. So we're down at the sockets. There's just 4 connections. In one of his practice runs, he only had 2 runs. He had to split the CPC on the first one. What's his thinking on that?
High integrity earthing, Gary.
Yeah,
I think about IT equipment going in here. And,
all in one hole for me this time.
Those famous side cutters out as well.
I think as well as those famous sausage fingers.
Oh, the sausage finger, Wurst fingers, as one of our German viewers told us this week. Still applies in Germany if you've got slightly porky fingers out there.
Okay. Also, those hands we've suggested before could do with a touch of moisturiser.
Oil of Ulay, Gary.
Yeah, oil of Ulay, I love it. However, he does spend a lot of his time at the weekends on a motorbike, doesn't he?
That's it. Well, he's scrambling to the end here.
Oh yeah, trying to get to that finish line in first place. Will he see the checkered flag? Will he be a winner? We'll have to find out.
So 2 screws to go, just to put the cover on.
These aren't as easy as they look, are they?
Yeah, but he's got them in the right place. He hasn't put the grey screw on the grey floor.
And he's going to stop. We'll see if he's anywhere near the top. Boom.
Wow, Ross, that was fast. Yeah, I mean, and no impact driver.
Was it fast enough though, Gordon?
Well, we'll see. So we're looking at the leaderboard. Who would you like to be above, do you think?
Well, above Aaron, you know, if I'm below Aaron, then I'd be absolutely devastated. But out of all those, I think Craig Gifford, he seemed to complain the most about the impact driver, Gordon. So I've got to be above Craig.
Well, Ross Sands, let's have a look, because you did it this time without an impact driver, just using hand tools in 2 minutes 53. So still the fastest electrician in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah. The cheekiest chap on the planet. So when he was there, like I did, smiling, I want to be above Craig. 2 attempts. Warm up, banged it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't do any more. He left some on the table, I think his words were. And he thinks there's a bit more in that. He reckons he could have found 10 seconds, doesn't he?
Yeah, we think I mean, that was fast. And that wasn't edited, was it?
No. I love ones like that.
It's
when my daughters went at 14 minutes 4, I had to cut it down to 3.5 minutes. So that's the rules. It has to be 3.5 minutes or less.
Yeah, so we normally edit it down. You didn't have to there. We're going to put an intermission in. But yeah, so that was fast. So 2 minutes 53. Yeah, we do reckon
there's a bit in it.
There is a bit in it for somebody. Yeah,
there is
someone can still be faster, but you've seen some top tips there.
Yeah.
I mean,
lose half a stone in weight and come back again.
Yeah.
That was the classic. It was like transparent when he got. I said, you're right. He said, I've lost half a stone in weight. So I'm racing at the weekend. I can't get any quicker, so I've lost weight. So to go faster, that takes some dedication, doesn't it?
That's racing on a motorbike.
Yeah, not a horse.
So
it makes a difference, half a stone lighter. So yeah, brilliant and fantastic to have Ross back down again. We'll hopefully got some more projects lined up for him. Obviously, we've got Jake. We're always looking to partner with people, aren't we, Gordon? We're always looking for people to do, the word's collab, and I think in the world of younger people, we like partnerships, don't we? And whether there's some added value on both sides, there's some great fun with Jake, haven't we?
Yes,
so,
we have.
And Ross has obviously done that EV series with us,
and
he will be back again shortly.
And Nick Graham as well. He's coming back to do some more stuff as well.
Yeah,
so we've been
some
using Nick's step earlier today.
Well, we've seen Nick's grips as well. The Cobras. Yeah, there's tiny little grips, the tiny little hands.
So congratulations.
Somebody got it banged on, didn't they?
Yeah, Sparky 400T. Yeah, basically got it right on at 2 minutes 53.
Are we going to send him an email, Joe?
It's already done it. Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
already gone.
So your email's gone. It's down to you now to react to that email, and when you react to that email, you'll be sent your prize.
Yeah.
So well done to you. Okay. Yeah, brilliant.
So Eddie is still the fastest person over 50.
Wow, some way over 50.
Yeah.
Way over 50. Well, use 50. You could use 70, couldn't you? Oldest person over 70.
Well, it just increase it every year.
Yeah. So
that's the old.
Oldest person to do it looking like he weren't trying, going slowly, did a fantastic time.
And did a minor works.
And did the torque screwdriver. So well done to him as well. So again, Pegasus has been back. I'm sure he'll be back again. So we've got a couple of my prizes to give away, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
So these ones, just wait. If you're called out now, this is Gary's swap shop. You need to send me a bush, a nipple, or something else electrically connected to conduit, I would suggest. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got two people going.
Are they new winners or old winners?
I think they could be new. So
new?
The first one,
I
don't think this is the birth name, is Ozo.
Ozo. So you are currently in with a chance of winning the bundle.
Yep, and A Spark 1.
A Spark 1.
Yeah, so both of them, send us your bit of conduit accessory, whatever you can find through.
Nipple or a bush, something like that. And it's down to Lineside Studios, Unit 2B, I would have said A, Engine Shed Lane.
Yeah.
DB23 1TB.
BD23 1TB.
Yes.
There you
go. Is that wrong, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, my old dyslexia kicked in again.
Yeah.
Bless me. Okay, well, talking of winners this week, they've been winners, haven't they? They've won stuff this week.
Who's that?
There's other winners out there. There are other people out there. Let's bring other winners in. This person here went to the Dance World Cup, which should have been in sunny Spain. However, it ended up being in the Midlands, which is the Spain of the centre of England. And she went for the first time ever to the Dance World Cup. And there's different varieties of medals you can win. You can win no medals, you can win bronze medals, you can win silver medals, or you can go into 2 dances and win double gold. And I would suggest the last time I saw a female win double gold that I can remember off the top of my head was Dame. Yeah. Dame Kelly Holmes. Well. So I'm looking forward to the honours list when it'll be Dame Vienna Hayes, who, congratulations to her, bagged 2 gold medals this week, and we were very excited in our household. Unfortunately, I didn't get there, but the wife was there to watch it happen. GB Jack with them tracksuit.
Well, we don't enter to win bronze, Gary.
No, we don't. No.
Rules.
No. There's no prizes for third, actually. There's a bronze. There's prizes for second. Yeah, okay. So congratulations to my daughter. So a very proud moment for me this week, considering the difficulties we've been through in the last... she just had her anniversary of coming out of hospital for just over a year now. So she had another appointment today. So, yeah, well done to her. So another prize winner.
Yeah.
Well, so it's now time to think about the live feed event that will be launched tomorrow. So this is an opportunity to see maybe some new products, maybe some new tools you hadn't seen, but we're interested in your comments, your feedback, your interaction. We will be picking people out to win the lovely tools from eFIXX and the lovely tools from Weha, as well as the wonderful head torches, the L box full of 221s.
We're getting into the dark night. It's starting to creep up.
However, if you are the sort of person that prefers a screwed connection, that L box full of Wago 221s, we will keep that and we will send you a couple of strips of the old chocky blocks. Yeah, 5, 15 and 30. So please make sure if you are winning those and you are a connector of the screwed variety fan, then we will send those out as well. Is there anything else you want to say? Is there any comments in there?
People again asking, people who joined later, I will be at the eLECT show, so we'll put my teeth back in. We will be at the eLECT show in Coventry, in person for both days. We will be on a stand of one of the companies there. And we will be giving away every day 50 eFIXX baseball caps.
The old Eddie Current eFIXX on one side, a new logo on the other side. And the only way you can really muscle one of those, and I think I'm responsible for those in a certain degree, muscle one out of my hand is, maybe you'll be talking about Gary's Swap Shop, maybe you'll be saying I've come close on the GT, or you'll be talking about the UVC lamps that we were looking at, something like that. We just need to feel that you're part of our community. It's not difficult, is it really? I think we've got
just come along. Yeah, we will be there.
Give us a chat.
There'll be 4 or 5 of us there. Come along and we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
Have some suggestions. Have a complain about something. We always love feedback, both good and bad.
And as I just said there, I'll probably be responsible for hats. Joe's responsible for complaints. So again, if you've got something in the electrical industry you want to moan about, Joe's your man. So
if you want to bring a colleague along, and we might even bring a few blue plaques if you want to.
We can print them off live. Yeah, that's a big chest sticker. If you went to the dentist and got one of these, you'd be like, no, I went to the dentist. I was a good boy.
Yeah. So I think, and people are saying, I think it's free to get in the elections, isn't it? So I shouldn't tell you this, but they say you shouldn't go as an apprentice or student.
No, they don't let you in.
But nobody ever checks.
No, they won't. I don't think they'll let college buses in. We've tried before to get a college bus to go out there, and they're like,
not just park around the corner and give everyone a stick-on beard.
Oh, well, yeah. If you've seen what a 16-year-old, look at your lad.
Yeah.
I mean, what does he look like at 16?
Yeah.
So, so I think you can go. I think you smuggle your apprentice in if you're an electrician because you just register him as his name.
Yeah.
But if you try and go from a college, I think it's quite difficult to get there, and they don't like you to go, which is a shame, really, because I'd like to have seen the apprentices there as well. So come along, say hello, try and muscle a hat off me. Remember, complaints go direct to Joe Robinson. He will either answer them there or then, or he will get directly back to you within 24 hours with an answer via email. So it's good of him.
Yeah, Joe, thank you for throwing him under the bus again.
As he gets into bed with his wife this evening, again for the 4th night on the trot. I'm not. So there's a bus coming over you, young man. So all good, all good. This Foster's is rubbish. It never works, does it? So it's just useless. Are we going to slip into the plug and socket now?
I think we've slipped in there, Gary.
So this is the bit where we'd like to thank you if you joined us for the live stream and you were wanting to win prizes, see the news at Penn. The Historical Society is up and running now. Maybe we can have some honorary members. Okay, so hopefully you'll help us give honorary members to the Historical Society. That's it. We're now just chilling. We're going to read some comments. We're not going to be too loud now at this stage. We're going to slip a few beers into us. And as I said before, in the future, this will be the bit where we go to our green room or our bar or our breakout areas, isn't it, Gordon?
Yeah.
And we'll slip into the plug and sockets just beyond to see it.
People are looking forward to giving Joe an earful. There we go.
Doing what?
Yeah, an earful down at eLECT.
Oh,
yeah. Absolutely do. Let rip.
Yeah.
Let rip. The UK Spark, someone wants a lift with you, Gary. Do you know someone in the UK Spark? Is that one of your...
No, don't. Try and give me your name, UK Sparks. We've got to see it on the way through. Who are you, UK Sparks? And yes, I will give you a lift if there is no safeguarding issues. Yeah. So if you're an adult, that's fine. Yeah, I can give you a lift, not a problem at all.
And you live in the immediate vicinity.
Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? The amount of miles I do every week, I'll hoover you up from wherever you are, probably.
Oh, Inverness it is.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. It's good. So busy week. Well, that was interesting facts, wasn't it? About 17% of all EV charging points installed from. It's only in the last few years, though, isn't it? Because they've done an audit before, haven't they? So it's a recent audit. It goes back to the previous. So I was involved in the previous audit.
They got slightly better this time. A few percentage points, as Joe said in the user pen. By this time, by 2045, we'll be
all over it.
They'll all be
It's so. I'm sure there's EV installers out there do 100% every time, so that makes it even worse, doesn't it? You know, if you've got somebody who's on it, making them right every time, yeah, it's
challenging. You're right at the thick end of the cables, so if you're not very experienced,
and there's all that broken pen misery to think about.
Yeah, right type. It's where all the things we've been talking about for years come together, isn't it? Pen faults, getting the right type of RCD,
outside touching bright metalwork and standing on the wet grass.
Yeah, it's it all comes together in EV, and there's a lot of chance to get it wrong.
Ooh, that's a sobering moment. Similar to Foster's, this is also a sobering moment. Okay, I would suggest.
Any advice for getting a composite gun as my own as an electrical contractor? So that's Rich 1000.
What, to become an electrical contractor on his own?
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Again, for me, if you're currently working with someone, it's almost like you're gonna have to double job yourself. For me, I think you need to get all your indemnity insurances. You need to register with your whoever's going to provide your competent person scheme, and then unfortunately probably look to build a small portfolio of people at the start with, which might mean you're having to do out of hours work or weekends as a first starting place. Once you're in a position where you believe you're earning probably similar money or very close to similar money doing both, then you can make a decision to obviously perhaps stop the day job and focus in on the other job. I've seen several people that I've worked with over the years do that, actually be doing dual businesses. And obviously at that time it's ready. It's brave. Another one of the blokes I worked with once got a rewire and left on the basis of one rewire. Right. And he said, I've got a week and a half's work. And he said, I've got a week and a half to get the next job.
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I would, again, similar to you, but I would say get everything that you need, similarly in place, your website. It's amazing. I mean, we see some shockingly bad electricians' website. Gary, what's that word most electricians' websites forget to mention?
Electrician.
Yeah.
I say domestic, commercial, industrial. Nobody searches for those words.
Yeah.
Electrician in Skipton. What are you looking for? And where are you looking for one?
Yeah.
If you don't come up with that search in your area, you can work on it and you can make changes, and that would be valuable time as well as everything else to actually mean that when somebody types it in, you come up, because otherwise you're invisible. And use social media. Yeah.
Well, but again, even on Instagram, people do their Instagram profiles.
No pictures.
No pictures, or they don't tag in the area they work.
Of themselves.
Well, no pictures of them.
No, you see electrical contracts, not a picture of the face.
Yeah. But no, when I go through, it's like, where's that? I don't know where you're based. There's no link to a website. You can't see where they are.
We've had it before.
The problem is there's a lot of people masquerading as contractors in Instagram. No, I mean, not from a thing. The students,
masquerading words.
The students following the journey, they invent the logo, they do that, they pictures of their work.
Yeah.
They're not actually in the business of winning business. They're showing off their work, and lots of it's great and stuff like that, but they're not actually a contractor. So if you've got a link to a website, where you operate, pictures of your job, things from happy customers, then
And again, if you are starting out, this is a perfect opportunity to not make some of the mistakes. First of all, the name you want to create for your business, Google search that, because sometimes it's flooded with someone else. One of the guys that I taught before I left wanted to call himself Lux Electrical. If you write Lux into Google, what was Lux when it was up and running?
Well, there's two things. It was a very successful trade show and a magazine. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got to get past that.
It's also luxury goods.
Yeah.
So you're suddenly in the world of perfumes and all sorts of stuff.
So I said to him, go away and Google. So he came away. I ain't going to call myself that, am I? What if you called yourself, your name, Smith Electrical?
Oh, well, a lot of people again do that. Yes, I feel sorry for the person who's GSH Electrical, because you've swamped that one.
Yeah, and we did that live, didn't we? We did when we were live and on the road. We did how to build a business, and that was one of the things. If you've not created a logo, a brand, and all the rest of it, start working out if it's already been taken, and can you find a space? Look how many times we see websites and brands now with funny spellings of words, don't we, Gordon? Deliveroo. I mean, they had to find something different, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, so it's the reason eFIXX has two X's.
Because it's different. Yeah. So it's that would be another top tip. Build your website. Okay. Make sure you use the keyword electrician. And on Instagram, this is another one, and it's not a bugbear, but it can be. We as people tend to love negative stuff, and I've probably even released a video today of some not very good work. But if your Instagram page is trying to reflect your business, only show fantastic photographs. Because when the customer goes on and maybe looks at that Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're on, Facebook page, they won't distinguish between a board, a socket, an outside light, a distribution board that is awful, that isn't yours, because you've put it on there to show your electrical community what the work is. They might go, oh, that's their work. I don't know, very good. So be careful what you show, is what I would say on that.
Yeah.
You see that, don't you? People with business style names showing great work and terrible.
A mixture, yeah, just mainly the bad stuff.
Yeah,
so.
mainly the bad stuff's not good. So yeah, celebrate our industry, I would suggest. So hopefully that's helped you. If it hasn't, it killed another 4 minutes in the pub.
Yeah.
What's next?
A lot of talk on AFDDs, SPDs. Can we talk through which one is the most common and beneficial? So AFDDs, we've had rumours there, haven't we? We've heard rumours.
Yeah, we have heard rumours. They might be a little bit more required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in, but not universally. I don't think it's going to cause.
I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to thunder through the industry. But you think about, you want to bring something in, you slowly bring it in, don't you?
Yeah.
And then hopefully the price reflects, and then eventually we all give in, don't we, and go for it. Yeah, it's a good one. AFDD. I've got both, so I've got AFDDs and SPDs in my board at home. So, yeah, I'm just a bit bulletproof.
Has the AFDD ever tripped off for an arc fault?
No, but the upstairs one keeps tripping off for RC. What's really good is, and again, I should have tweaked this because the sticker's on there. Of course we do. So the upstairs one trips off when the wife hoovers the bathroom, because it just pulls a little bit of moisture into the hoover, trips off the RCD and it flashes away. RCD fault. I think it's 3 blinks.
Right.
And then for some reason, just gone last weekend, the lights downstairs went off, off. And I was like, oh, they've gone off. Went to the board, reset the breaker, and it didn't flash.
Right.
I was like, has it come back on? Because it wasn't one of the 3 faults.
Right.
So if you have a short circuit, if you have an overcurrent, it doesn't tell you.
Right.
It only tells you if you have a over voltage, RCD or residual current fault, and arc.
Yeah, so not a short circuit.
Yeah, but nothing else, which made sense. I was
Yeah.
like, and I sort of went, oh, I knew it. But when I reset it, I was like, what are you going to flash? You didn't flash. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pleased I've got surge though. Again, probably not in that sort of area that's going to have a surge event. But if I am, you've blown a few things up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you got like bare pylons at the bottom of your garden?
I've got the distribution transformer on a pole, yeah.
Yeah. Are you quite rural?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you subject to perhaps changes in weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the weather quite extreme at times at your place?
We have loads of power cuts.
Yeah, I do. And have you got an SPD?
No. So, cobblers' kids have the worst shoes.
Yeah.
So
apparently that's the case.
Yeah.
So I've got both. What's my thinking? North America, a lot of the buildings are made of timber. Yeah. You can see why AFDDs and probably very combustible materials were brought in heavily 20 years ago and extended throughout. Does it make your electrical system safer? I'm sure it does. Is that a good thing? I'm sure it is. If your house is worth 150 to 10 million, is it really a big cost in relationship to your thing? I don't know. There's always people going to swim against everything, aren't they? They made a socket the other week with lever connectors on it.
Yeah.
Not everybody like them.
No. But it's interesting, you say North America.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we look on a well-known online retailer, you can obviously order North American AFCIs.
Yeah.
Yes. Arc fault circuit interrupters. Yeah, and they're only about $30. So,
do they look as beautiful as ours?
No, they look a little bit agricultural. Probably that C50 inspired look.
Yeah, big and brown,
big terminals on it. Yeah,
but it's only $30. What's that in our money then? About 24 quid.
Yeah. So you can see where it can end up. Obviously, people argue, oh yes, the European technology's got this, that, and the other. But
would you say the one we took apart was very clever?
Oh no. I mean, that was as a piece of electronic engineering. There's a lot in that single module one.
And you've got a bit of a background in that, and you were dripping over it. You went, that is high tech, isn't it?
Yeah.
3-layered, wasn't it?
Multi-flexible circuit board.
Yeah.
That was like, that was stuff we used to put in like missiles. that was the.
You never mentioned you used to build those. You said LED lights for a long time.
No, before missiles at the Royal Ordnance factory they used to go to when it was still called Royal Ordnance.
Were you involved in building missiles?
The first job was soldering backplanes for missiles, Wow. On overtime at the weekends,
You're like Uncle Albert, you are.
There ain't nothing. Story,
You ain't nothing.
Try anything, me.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Okay, anywhere else? Where else would you like to go?
That's it. Any thoughts for those who want to get into the industry but can't afford an apprenticeship?
Yeah, good question.
I guess it depends on your age, whether you can still afford to live at home for your parents.
Okay, I've done this many times. Work out what you want to be, so know your end game. Normally, the people I've spoke to, they want to be Nick Bundy.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't stuck in my throat, it was a jelly baby. What a lovely bloke he is. They want to be Nick Bundy, so I say to them, okay, you want to be Nick Bundy, go to your competent person scheme, ask them what you need to register to be a dwelling installer.
Is that what they call it now?
Dwelling installer, no more domestic, they're dwelling installers. Right. Find out what you need to be that and work backwards. If they say to you need a level 3 of this, that's what you need to get. They say you need 2 years experience or evidence, you know by the end of your training you will need to acquire that. And it isn't as difficult as it might sound. You're obviously going to have to retrain at college, get that experience. Now, I think it ain't necessarily going to be 5 days a week installing wiring systems. You need to gather evidence, also make your own portfolio, photographs, statements, but find out from them what they want. CPDs from us, you know, they'll all go in there, won't they? But don't go in blind. Don't go in, I want to be Nick Bundy, and then go off to college and do a random course and another random course, and then find out that them random courses, the competent person scheme don't need them. The NRC go, well, I don't want them ones. Well, if I'd have found out to start with, I wouldn't have done them. Find out to start with is my big tip. Yeah, good with that one?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah.
I've got jelly baby, so Pegasus is still on. Is he drinking? I've got Foster's.
Yeah, well, I think he left it here. So
He did.
thanks for that one, Eddie.
Yeah, Steve doesn't drink Foster's. He won't drink that rubbish. He drinks Carlsberg. Is there any difference?
Yeah, that's the won't do an RCD test, a loop test trick. Okay, we have got, I can't tell you about it yet. We've got a big discussion coming up on RCDs.
Well, it sounds like you're already selling them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, we've got this big discussion coming up.
No, we have, because that'll be...
Who's chairing this big discussion?
You're just getting that. Gary's upsetting some people.
I'm not upsetting people, I'm going to ask the questions and I want the answers.
Yeah, so it will be, we've got a lot, we can't talk about it yet, but RCDs, it'll be, I promise it'll be interesting if people stay to
I
their...
nearly went into those bits, I was holding myself back, I was like,
don't
you'll
go
have to
there
wait.
yet, otherwise
No.
we'll end up in a
World of trouble.
In a world, yeah.
eFIXX member Steve will tell me off.
Yeah.
Move away from that subject, if I'm going to say something, I know I am. Can't help myself.
Just going back through, still got Marcel German on, so it's good. That's a Marcel.
Wow, he's been on all night, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I
Thank you.
want to email Marcel about some stuff, actually. I will do on that, because he's a mine of knowledge on...
Right, okay. At least he stopped laughing at the fact that we've gone screwless. They've been screwless over there forever.
Yeah, decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Finally, we've caught up.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't, have we? Because finally there's a rebellion. So, yeah. What else have we got? Any people in? Have we got 20 people in?
Someone's asking, what do we think of Project EV chargers? Well, I think they probably love us.
Wow, we've still got 8
love us last week after we did the thing. They got hacked. They have corrected it, though, they assure me. We haven't seen a Project EV charger. We've seen them installed, but we haven't actually had the chance to get a cover off them. I've heard they're in competitively priced at your local wholesaler,
Okay.
which is often a major factor in choosing them. But we
Again, just me being me. Not suggesting everyone's going to be at this stage. £30,000 car, 14 pence thing to charge it. You know what I mean? It's like, you're like, really? You're just like, yeah. It's like, it needs the electricity. Okay, people say, well, they all do the same thing. Well, probably don't, do they? If you can buy one for 300 quid or one for 800 quid, it's probably like your telly, isn't it? You can buy a telly for 300 quid, but it's better if you spend more money. Your picture's better, it looks better, it is better, it sounds better. Probably the same applies for an EV charger.
Yeah. How good's the app?
Yeah, just what can it do?
Yeah.
How smart is smart? You know what I mean, and again, don't get me wrong, when EV cars are 1,500 quid and people are struggling around, you know, that's fine if that's what you need to be doing. But we're talking about people buying them brand new, aren't we, at the minute? Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want any mats, I don't want any, no metallic paint, please no alloys, I don't want a wing mirror.
Sounds like my Mini Metro. That didn't
yeah,
have a wing mirror or,
no rev
or
counter.
headrest, actually.
Yeah.
Or
No
radio.
mats. Yeah, yes. Well, I want absolutely nothing by the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
We never say that, do we?
No.
And when they offer you cars, You go in there to buy a car, they always show you, don't they, a range of 3, don't they? We've done this before, the L, the GL, the gear. They do that because they go, well, people aren't going to buy the L. They're not going to buy that luxury only model. They're going to go for greater luxury and they're going to aspire to own the gear. But when it comes to EV chargers, we say we want the under L, don't we? We want a Tupperware box on the side of the house. How cheap can it be?
Well,
Because that's got to be
we
better.
did that. Yeah, there's a lot of people who still just want to charge off 13 amp plug.
What, forever?
Forever.
I mean, that's how long it's going to take to charge.
Yeah, we're quite
forever.
happy. I mean, we did that video with Nick, and they got pretty upset that we were suggesting they should even consider not using the what's called the granny cable.
Let's think about balancing that ring final circuit. So the socket leg has just left the kitchen and then, miraculously appeared at your one, which you now got your 14 hours of your car charged on. That's got another problem coming, waiting to happen. Yeah, waiting to happen. But any other questions?
No, there's a lot on EV chargers. Yes, so there is a lot of chargers that are just rebranded.
Of course, that's like anything, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of electric equipment. Yeah, people just. Yeah, you got to think China is the biggest EV market in the world, so they produce probably more chargers than anybody else. So they're going to sort of filter across.
Yeah. And we can't get away from that, can we? We've all seen it, and we've bought something, and then we've bought something else. We think they look identical. We did it with a set of voltage testers once, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And we couldn't believe we got them out, and it was like the only thing is, this colour's different, nothing else.
Change the colour on the injection molding.
Yeah, that was it. Then hidden nothing, and both fantastic branded items, but clearly must have come out of the same place, mustn't it? Or
suspiciously similar.
Yeah, and was it a problem?
I mean, they worked.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem.
It's
but
just that commodity end. Some people just that's.
Yeah, it is that price, isn't it?
Yeah. On the one hand, we want everything brilliant. We'll say, we want it made in the UK, and then we'll say, well, how much is it? It's like that sock. Everyone's going, they've made it in Malaysia. Well.
Yeah, and it was a bit of an up. It's made in Malaysia. Everything says China. It's almost like, it's made in Malaysia. It felt different. I don't know if it's a step up. That's not the eFIXX way, but yeah, I mean, it's just like, wow, it's somewhere different. It's not China for a change. We'd love everything to be made in the UK, but that comes down to everybody's spending habits, doesn't it?
Yeah. Could we say hello to my dad, Matt? He loves watching your videos.
Matt, my dad, Matt.
Yeah.
Of course I can. My dad, Matt. Okay, thank you. So I appreciate it. I don't think we've ever had anyone say that, have we?
No.
Love watching our videos. I feel a little bit humbled now.
That's the horse channel. I think we'll have to check out that channel as well. We might want some horse videos.
Days. What was that first one you set me on watching when we first started on this journey where they cut grass?
The Grassmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They crushed it, they did, didn't
Yeah.
they? You said to me, there's a couple of guys mowing grass. They've got trillions of people over the world. There was more people following than there were people in the world, weren't there? There was like, crushing it.
No, I
weren't
went to the NEC to an agricultural show. Don't ask why. Yeah, we're not going there now. But yeah, they had a trailer, and people were queuing off the stand to get merch. And I actually thought at the time they were somehow selling some sort of agricultural implement. But no, they don't. All they sell is it was DVDs of
them cutting grass.
Of them cutting grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't think we'll get near them, will we? Won't be touching those.
Oh well, you know.
I know. Can we secretly say we had a small celebration? So we didn't even mention it, but so we can say we celebrated today.
What was that? Just
got 70,000 people for
70,000, yes.
Thank you.
It was sneaked past there in
we
the early hours this morning.
We don't ever mention it, do we? We just get on with it. And we are very grateful for everybody that follows us, and we take nothing for granted. But we don't. That's the first time I feel like I shouldn't have done it now. It's the first time we've ever said it. So thank you for people that have done that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
We're eternally grateful.
Just let it sneak up, and we don't.
Yeah,
every day we try to be reasonably humble.
Yeah. We like a laugh.
Yeah,
we do like a laugh, and again, but that's just the way it goes. But we work incredibly hard. We enjoy what we're doing, and like you said, we're trying to where we can. We're not experts on everything, are we? We sometimes have to go away, and if it's really difficult, what do we have to do?
Get a blue plaque.
No, if it's really difficult, what do we have to do?
We have to read up. We read the manufacturers.
No, we don't. What do we have to do if it's really difficult?
Really difficult. Just I don't know, just make it up.
No, give it to Joe.
Yeah. Well, no, but sometimes he gets it wrong.
Once. No, if it's really difficult, Joe does it. So no, it's we're we're loving it really, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, Mark Allison's on. Just
Oh.
spotted him there.
Oh, we
So
got
how's that running going, Mark?
Yeah.
I'm ready. When you want to come and do the challenge, well, we can have a little warm-up lap.
What did we say about low-level bullying earlier on?
I think he's doing it for a great cause.
He is doing a great cause,
that we love.
Yes,
and I say we can
crushing
do we can have a good laugh actually on the rod. So
and we still want you to come up, Mark. We understand that you got pinged and you did have it, which is obviously another thing. We want you up. We want you. We want to do. And we've got. We can't tell him we've got a little project that we want to do in the future, but we have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a little fun thing for you to do for us as well, if you don't mind, in the future. But we can't give you any more details.
Hold on, there's a revelation just popped up.
Is that a sweet or is that a revel?
No, it's from Joe Robinson here.
Oh right.
Mark Allison, you've inspired me to start running. I didn't realise Joe was running.
Yes, he's got a very good. I think it's an app which you have to run a little bit, walk a little bit.
Right.
Struggle to do the little bit of running. Yeah, and he said he was. He'd known he'd done it today, which I thought was a good thing. And he said he felt worse than yesterday, so he's improving.
Yeah, I've got the Apple Watch tells you how bad you're doing every day. So,
Yeah.
I always love it when I get home. What's Jerry? Fair. It's like, you went for me? Fair. I don't want to be fair. So.
Yeah, I had a test once where it was gold top, sluggish, inactive.
Right.
I got sluggish. Yeah, and there is a bigger story to us. I'm not sure I can say the bigger story. But let's put it this way: just use your imagination. When I had to create my, let's say, goods to take on board, I had to create those goods at home, and it was winter, and I had to drive it 16 miles and queue up before parting with my goods.
Yep.
Okay, parting with my goods and hand it over, and I'll come back in second place, ready with that. And I said, well, we can do it again. Let's put it this way. The journey the second time when I handed over my goods was about 4 foot. Yeah. That was it. And they were gold top, them ones. It died on the journey, that did. That did. 15 miles in winter. I said, how am I going to get it there? Wrap it in your tie. Oh. It's like, wow. Yes, good story for you. Fill in the missing gaps. So that's a cracking pub story, that is, when you get the real version.
Yeah. I've got another pub story here. DJ Roscoe, what's the scariest jobs you've done as Sparks?
Oh, right, good question.
His was installing a temporary generator for a supermarket.
Okay, scariest jobs.
Well, yeah. I worked on a skyscraper in Beijing, tallest building in Beijing at the time. I was in the window cleaning basket, started at floor 82. It took us about 20 minutes to get down to floor 55, plant room level, and the power went off.
Were you there for a while?
Well, it started to go dark, and in that particular part of China at that time, when it goes dark, it also goes incredibly cold. So it got down to -10.
Wow. I can't beat any of your stories like that.
We were just hanging around above the streets of Beijing, waiting for the guy to come and fix the lift.
How long did it take?
Well, there were a few heated conversations on the phone. The guy driving it couldn't speak a word of English. That didn't help. And we started to gradually nudge our way up the building. And as we got near the top, I could see the guy sitting in the control cabinet with the wire shorting out circuits.
Oh, wow.
At which point, I didn't know, do I chain myself to the machine? Do I just leap out of the basket? What do I do? So that was...
I can't beat any of his stories like that. I've never worked anywhere that dangerous. So, we'll go with that epic story. You never go second when Gordon's got a story. His travel stories are brilliant. If you ever get to see us for an extended period of time, probably won't be enough time at a lecture show, but you've got to go. Come to me and say, let's go and find Gordon and he can do some of his travel stories. I've cried with laughter, even after I've heard them more than once and I know what's coming up. Yeah. Oh dear, the broken phone and iPad, brilliant. Just incredible. Absolutely
when it goes wrong, it goes wrong. So yeah,
the travel albatross.
Never ever travel with me. So
well, we can't anymore, can we? Any others in there?
Electrical fire, electrical fires.
Did we come back with the person, Matt, the one, my dad, Matt, or whatever?
Matt, no, I don't know.
No, we didn't get a name then. Somebody wanted a lift to the Elect show.
Yep.
We got about 4 people left on now?
No, still got 80 people on, actually.
Very kind of you.
I've seen a welder in Thailand connect overhead electric cables to get power. Yeah, I can imagine that was...
what, clip on, like?
Yeah, people make that mistake, don't they? So it's just
Okay. please, no ones that end in nasties.
Yeah, it's always, it's not, you sort of laugh, well no, you don't laugh at the time, you're sort of in shock.
Well, there's another pun. Yeah. Oh, we're in shock.
Yeah. It's Richard went on Dragon's Den, that was probably, it was probably very scary, but you won, Richard.
I reckon he went on just to win.
Yeah.
I mean,
He didn't come out, he didn't go out and win.
he didn't come out the road, did he? No.
Yeah.
An incredible, and he, when he turns up, I just smile because he arrived. He is magic.
Yeah.
Magic, absolutely magic. Got less teeth since he's known you, though, hasn't he? You're not one of them out for him.
Yeah. And there was the time that Eddie left me a treat here to electrocute me as well. Yeah,
What did he leave you? I don't remember that.
that motor above your head.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah. I'll buy you this, guys. And then
And very kind of him as well. Thank you,
yeah,
Eddie.
no, that was lovely. Yeah.
Immensely kind of you, Eddie. Yeah.
Kept me busy for hours trying to just move the control from there down to the wall behind me.
Does it work?
And, yeah, it does. It's not switched on at the minute. But
You sure?
We'll have to get back to the tool wall in a bit. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. But my nerves have recovered. So.
Yeah, we'll get back on the tool ball. Right, tool ball. Anything you want to see us do live within reason? The iPad you can change
There's
it
a few
from your
people
phone.
looking forward to LX, so that will be fun. People come along and
Just move your charging lead from your laptop. It's just there on charge.
What do you want?
You're now low on battery.
Oh, on that one. I'll have to,
So, yeah, hopefully we'll see. I don't think Pegasus can get to that one, can he? He's going to Harrogate, isn't he?
right, well, we can always go there, but I don't think we're invited officially there. But
Well, we might have to prove we're electricians, not apprentices.
yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, but actually, it'd be quite nice to get out of the house, wouldn't it? Yeah, we've been stuck in here forever, haven't we? Close the battery box first. Close the battery box in the middle. So look at your iPad. It says low battery. Hit close, and then you can do things.
He's on there.
Yeah. I'd just like to say, for the record, there, IT Gary got involved.
He did. That was good. That.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Any other subjects you want to cover while we're here?
No, I think we're at the funniest shock.
Oh no, I've never had electric shock.
Yeah. Have you not?
I had loads. I got to a point where I thought, and again, this is not good. And I mean, anyone, couldn't wear a wristwatch. A normal wind-up wristwatch wouldn't work on me, and I put it down to that fact. I mean, things are so much better now. During my apprenticeship, obviously MCBs are now about more, but I'm struggling to think of when we actually got to a point where we had locking off kits. So there was plenty of time where we didn't. We certainly didn't work live, but it's that. Yeah, I think it's brilliant nowadays, and I think.
Well, I think things are touch-proof as well.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Often.
So you open the consumer unit, and still you can't. There's still IP2X, isn't it? You still can't, or IPXXB, whatever you want to go with.
Should be, unless there's a bit of copper hanging out the top.
Yeah, but you still can't touch any live parts. But just.
If you go back a few generations of boards, it
Well,
was a lot of copper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it was actually real copper in them as well.
Yeah, back then. But no, I think our industry takes it really seriously. Somebody contacted me and asked me a great question. Do they believe that there should be VAT on locking off kits? And I was like, well, no, I think you've got to, I don't know how I could help them. I agreed with them. And you think to yourself, maybe that's, there's a lot of people out there love a crusade, don't they? But yeah, why is there VAT on locking off kits? It's a safety device. Unfortunately, it opens a massiff list, doesn't it, of other things. But there are people out there as well that have lost loved ones and have been very active on social media as well, haven't they, trying to support better
but is that
practice.
because people assume things now? Because everything's so safe. You open the cover, it's touch-proof. Where actually you used to take the cover off something and go, actually, if I put my hand on that, I'll die.
Yeah.
So that's sort of you were more aware.
Yeah. But no, and it's a lottery, isn't it? Everyone, it's just one of them, and it's not good. So, but I think our industry takes it really seriously, and I don't think there's people advocating not taking it really seriously, which I think is really good. And lots of colleges as well are really playing on it online as well, making students isolate circuits before doing, even though it's not connected.
Yeah.
They go through the full isolation process before they do any of their work. How great is that as practice? Yeah. It's embedded from college. Yeah, it's great. And there should be more of a push for that, probably. How many, it would be nice to drop the VAT off. How many safe isolation kits could you get into colleges to replicate the same practice? Every circuit, regardless, is proved dead before installing, working on, testing, etc. Good question. Good question. I like that one.
Very good.
All right, young man.
Yeah.
Did we get many likes? Did anyone like our video? Hopefully you've liked it before you leave us. I'm sure this is...
You didn't ask for them, Gary.
I did. No, you haven't refreshed.
Right.
That was it. How many? We've got 57 likes on it. Let's see if we can get to 60. If you haven't liked the live stream and you're still on, I would appreciate a like. We never ask for it on any other videos. Obviously on the live stream, as we go into this, if you've stayed this late, I'd like to suggest you were interested in seeing what we were going to chat in. And if you could give us a like, it's nice. If you don't want to give us a like, it's not a problem, is it? So I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Hopefully my wife was on for an extended period tonight, and I will see her tomorrow, along with my double gold medal winning daughter.
Eddie's on a mission.
Go on, Em.
We're liking Eddie's mission. He's
I love
watch out
Eddie
for the hashtag Safe for September.
Good.
There you go. Follow that hashtag. So
he's on it.
Yeah.
Good, Eddie. Yeah, good man. Yeah. So we're, again, if there's something we can do to try and help, we'll support him as he goes. He's done his Lone Ranger for people in the Birmingham area for AM2S.
We're not being sponsored by Foster's, no. Unfortunately, that's all we could find in the cupboard tonight.
Yeah. These are remnants of Stephen, who doesn't drink Foster's. He only drinks Carlsberg.
I'm not surprised he doesn't drink Foster's.
Well, is there any difference? Okay. I mean, it's almost like apple Tizer, this stuff, isn't it? It's like, well, it's not really a... Yeah, another top bloke he was, wasn't he? Old Steve when he came up.
Yeah, those still on get a hat. Well, get yourself along to it.
Exactly.
Get there relatively early, or tell us you're going. We might slip a bit of contraband behind the scenes, but yeah.
Yeah, and we've only got 50 to give away each day, haven't we? We've limited it.
Yes.
Yeah, so and again, it sounds horrible. I want to feel that you might have watched something that we've done. So, cause I think you find at some trade shows, don't you, that people have a bag, don't they? Go in and get a bag, and then they just go, I don't know, over to somewhere like where you go have those connectors in the box, don't they? You put a hat, you get as many, and then you go to stuffing glands, you get a whisker, you grab a load of stuffing glands, and you're just actually trying to fill your bag full of stuff. And then, well, the last thing I want to do is put a hat in there for somebody who probably... doesn't really understand anything that we need them to do, to get a hat. So, if I only give 5 away, it doesn't bother me. But we've got something in there.
That's Mrs. H saying good night, Gary. So I think that's time for us to go. But
all right, okay.
Celebrate the success.
Won't be jumping in bed with us. So, thank you ever so much. And again, we greatly appreciate the people. How many did we get onto there? Did we get to 40 still? It's at the top. It's at the top middle. Get there.
What do you mean we're looking for?
Yeah, people on.
Oh, 86 now.
Thank you very much. If you've stayed on to this time, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. We're done in the plug and socket. We're back early tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to get some emails for some blue plaques. Okay. So you and Joe have got them. I've not got one. I'm not having one. No, I haven't got one. Yeah. I don't need one.
What, you're never wrong?
I'm always wrong.
Yeah.
I work with you. No matter what I say, we don't do it. So, how many plaques would have a day? We'd run out of stickers. So on that note, on that bombshell we could have gone with, on that bombshell, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We're back in 2 weeks when we will be giving away some more stuff because we'll have live feed stuff to give away as well, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Say goodbye to the camera. Bye, camera.
The final messages.
Okay, well, are we answering or are we just getting out of here? Let's get out of here.
Checking what's on.